What's up, fuckers, and welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K23 Next Gen. In today's video, we are going to be doing a little bit of a different one. This is not a rebuild we do too often, but it is one we are doing today because as I record this, the Los Angeles Lakers are currently 1-5 and off to an absolutely terrible start. Now, as you can tell from the title and the thumbnail, you can see that I'm trading legitimately all three members of their big three. I'm trading LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that trading LeBron James is going to fix all the Lakers' problems. Not that that's even a realistic possibility, but that's not what we're doing today, and that's not really why I'm trying to do it. I'm doing it today more for fun. We're going to see what would happen hypothetically if not only we blew up this team, but we goddamn nuked it. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to dive into this. This is not a realistic rebuild. I do not want to put that out there. And obviously our goal is to get the Lakers a championship. And no, I'm probably not going to be doing this with every other team that was supposed to be good that had a little bit of a slow start. And I know that the Lakers weren't necessarily supposed to be that good. But I'm not going to do it like the Clippers or the Warriors, who are 3-4 right now somehow. But we'll get into that. If you guys really wanted to see that, let me know down below in the comment section. But I think those teams will probably figure it out more than the Lakers. But without further ado, man, these Los Angeles Lakers, even though they won a game, they beat the Denver Nuggets, who are a good team. I give them credit. They're in absolute hell right now, man. This team's not going to do anything. Let's hop in, see if we can get them a championship. I can tell you right now, it is extremely hard not only to trade for LeBron James, but it's also extremely hard to actually trade him. I don't know why that is. You legitimately cannot put him in the trade finder. So you all know what this roster looks like. There's really not a ton for me to do here. I'm going to probably trade as many players as I do see fit once I do get rid of the big three. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get into that in just a second. But we got to think about this from a big perspective. Again, LeBron's 37. There's not exactly a huge market here in 2K anyways. The teams that could afford him and are willing to take on his, his age and everything like that. Because he does, not regress, but he does end up retiring a lot. And we are going to figure something out. So the LeBron trade, no matter what, I know it's not going to be fair value. I'm going to do the absolute best I can. Let's see if we can find that trade, because this might take me some time. I went down the trade finder and literally tried to find a trade for every single player that was at the top of the list. The highest one available was Jimmy Butler. And you know what? I've decided we're going to do it. Reason we're going to be doing this trade is because if I don't trade LeBron here, there's not going to be another trade to find. And I'm trying to get the best player possible for him. Jimmy Butler, who's that guy? And I like Jimmy Butler a lot. He's not a guy I can really ever trade for. It sucks we're dumping off Anthony Davis as well. But we get back a really good player in Bam Adebayo who's younger and he's locked up as well. So we're doing this as much as it pains me. We're doing a swap with the Miami Heat. And yeah, they're obviously going to be really good right now. We are still a really good team. We have Jimmy and Bam now, our newest 1-2 punch. We still got Russell Westbrook to go. Let's find that trade. Why the New York Knicks want to do this, I have no idea. I'm assuming it's probably to help get out of Evan Fournier's contract. But Jalen Brunson has had a really good start to his Knicks tenure, and I'd really like to have him here in Los Angeles to be our new point guard. So welcome to Los Angeles, Jalen Brunson. We had to go with Lonnie Walker as well, which isn't exactly ideal, but he is only on a one-year deal, so it kind of is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and say that this is probably going to be the best season. I know it's probably kind of shitty just because we don't really have rights to our own draft pick. Well, we do, but the Pelicans have the right to swap it, but you know what I mean. And yeah, it's kind of a tough spot right now. We have absolutely nobody to play the power forward spot. Juan Toscano Anderson, I mean, good God. I need to find some sort of trade for somebody who's just a little bit better at that power forward spot. And the Houston Rockets want to give me Jayshawn Tate and Boban, funny enough. That's a good guy to get in the locker room. For Evan Fournier and Damian Jones, Jayshawn Tate is a clear upgrade at the power forward spot compared to what we have right now. And I am super excited to have him here. So, are we really going to make any more major trades? Probably not. If I make anything, it's probably going to be small trades to dump off some contracts, hopefully for a pick or two. So, if I do those, I'll show you guys them. We are going to be getting a first-round draft pick in 2025 from the Los Angeles Clippers for Troy Brown Jr. It's a swap with Oklahoma City. Is the pick going to be valuable? Probably not. But we're going to do it because at this point, a draft pick is a draft pick, and we are definitely going to need as many assets as possible. Another trade with the Miami Heat, as we are sending Wenyen Gabriel and a second-round pick over there. They were giving us a first in 2027. Again, very similar to before, I'm taking as many draft picks as possible. And our final trade here comes with the Atlanta Hawks. I know Boban's an awesome guy to have on the team. If this was real life, I'd probably never trade Boban, but it's 2K. I'm going to do it. And I'll take a first-round pick from the Atlanta Hawks at the swap with the San Antonio Spurs. That is it for trades. Let's set this rotation. So we're all done making trades before we do start simming year one. Am I going to sit here and tell you that this team is all of a sudden way better and a championship contender? No, I'm not, because we do not have LeBron James anymore. We don't have Anthony Davis anymore. And ultimately those guys, overall wise, fully healthy, 2-on-2, I'm taking LeBron and Anthony Davis over Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo any day of the week. But it's a hypothetical rebuild. It's not supposed to be realistic, and that was the best trade I was going to get. So here's how it is going to look. It's Jalen Brunson, Patrick Beverley, Jimmy Butler, Jayshawn Tate, and Bam Adebayo. Pretty decent starting five. I'm assuming we'll be in the playoffs. I don't think we're going to be actual definite contenders, but we'll be up there. The bench sucks. It's Dennis Schroeder, Thomas Bryant, Kendrick Nunn, Austin Reeves, and Juan Toscano. This bench is definitely our number one priority this offseason. But as of now, this is the team, and I will see you guys at the end of year one here in Los Angeles. I was wrong about this team. I said we weren't going to be contenders, and I was dead wrong. We went 63-19. How? I have absolutely no idea, because this is not a 63-win team. But nonetheless, it happened, so we're going to roll the punches, and we're going to go for it. Luka Doncic is a 39.5-point triple-double. Shocker. Paolo Banchero, rookie on the year, who, as of today, looks like he's well on his way to a rookie of the year. Oh, my God, what a start to his NBA career. Andre Drummond, Sixth Man of the Year. Anthony Davis, Defensive Player of the Year. It does hurt to see him in a Miami Heat uniform, but that's the point of today's video. Trading Anthony Davis, all those for guys. Cade Cunningham, Most Improved. Darvin Ham, Coach of the Year, as I mentioned, 63-19, probably the best record in the league. And we are hoping for a championship, because I think that would be really nice. Kind of a really good way to start this video. Let's take a look at the numbers. Jimmy Butler, doing it all. Bam Adebayo, unbelievable season as well. Jalen Brunson, that's our big three right there. You got Jayshawn Tate, Dennis Schroeder, Thomas Bryant, Kendrick Nunn, Pat Beverly. I mean, overall-wise, this team kind of meshes well together. Meshes well than the Lakers currently do, I can tell you that. Let's go ahead and take on the Phoenix Suns here in round one. CP3, Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, Jake Crowder, Ayton. I mean, this is a good team. You know what it is. It's a team that's been in the finals in the past 2 years, and it's one that definitely scares me no matter what. And we somehow just swept them. Moving on to the New Orleans Pelicans, who have basically every single draft pick we own. They added Mitchell Robinson to their team. I have no idea why, but they did. I guess maybe the Knicks blew it up after trading Jalen Brunson and acquiring Russell Westbrook, whatever it may be. Let's see if we can beat them here. We're down 3-2, and we're going to Game 7, and we win. Taking on the Memphis Grizzlies, another team that scares the absolute hell out of me. John Morant, definitely one of the leading MVP candidates right now in real life, and he's very good. Let's see if we can get by the Memphis Grizzlies here, who are the 2 seed in the Western Conference. We're up 2-1 right now. They win 2 straight games. We go up 3-2. We're going to another Game 7. And we are in the NBA Finals. And we are taking on the Chicago Bulls, a team that is always really good in year ones. And it's not, I'm not going to sit here and say it's confusing, because the Bulls are a good team. Are they a finals team? Probably not. But they're a very good team. And yeah, you know what the roster looks like. It's a deep team, and a good mix of veterans and young pieces. We are currently down 3-0. And you know what? I did not think we were going to be going out like this in year one, and they blew a 3-0 lead. Classic 2K. I mean, you really got to love it, because, you know, this happens every single video in 2K at least once. Whether I'm blowing the 3-0 lead or whether an opponent I'm playing is blowing a 3-0 lead. It happens every video. And you know what? We traded LeBron, we traded Anthony Davis, we traded Russell Westbrook, and we won a championship in year one. So I'm sure I'm going to have people saying, that trade sucked ass. And yeah, it kind of did. I'm not going to lie to you, but it looks like it worked out, at least here for year one. We're not in the draft lottery, which I guess is a good thing. Not that the pick would technically be ours even if we were in the draft lottery, but we'll see what happens. It is the Orlando Magic, the Oklahoma City Thunder, the New York Knicks, the Los Angeles Clippers, who are off to a pretty tough start. I was at the Jazz there, who are off to a surprisingly good start. We are going to sim up to the NBA draft right now. We should have our late first-round pick, I believe. Yes, we do. It's at number 30. We also have 29 and 30 in round 2. Anybody want them? No, I didn't think so. Actually, if I throw in another second, anybody want them? They do. Cool. I'll draft somebody at number 30. Who it's going to be, I have no idea. But we definitely could use some bench pieces, so maybe there's somebody here. Alger Thompson's here. Oh, my God. Yes, every single day of the week. Isn't he supposed to be, like, in the teens? It's a 75 overall. Oh, yeah, every single day of the week. Scottie Pippen Jr., you know, your name alone is probably not going to get me to bring you back. So, yeah, you and Cole Swider can enter free agency. Austin Reeves, I'd like to give a qualifying offer, too. He's not a horrible backup. Now we enter free agency. We enter a free agency where, you know what, I have some players here. Thomas Bryant's a guy who wants a decent chunk of change. Honestly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign him, and I might throw him in a trade, because I think we need to upgrade our shooting guard spot. And that's not a dig against Patrick Beverly. It's just kind of the truth of the matter. And it's kind of the honest reaction with the situation we have at hand right now. So I know Patrick Beverly's a free agent, and we don't technically have rights on him. I'm actually not going to renounce them, see if it lets me bring him back anyways. I don't know when we had DeMarcus Cousins or Penis Cantor or where the hell the rest of these guys came from. But you know what? I guess they were here at one point in time. Am I able to... Okay, so I actually have a little bit of money right now, it looks like. Okay, that could actually change some things for me. Honestly, could I maybe sign like Gary Trent Jr., who has had a somewhat tough start to his season, I believe? I'd rather do this and then get Gary, like if I, shit, I'm going to have to renounce Beverly. But I can do that. I can live with that. Is there any way I can not renounce Thomas Bryant? There is. and then I can let Kendrick Nunn go. That's not that big of a deal. He's making, $6 million qualifying offer. I'll pass. All right, so we get Gary Trent Jr. He's definitely an upgrade for us there at the shooting guard spot. I'm super excited to have him. We're going to get him here, and we're not going to announce Thomas Bryant yet, and now I will re-sign Thomas Bryant as well, who still could be in a trade. We'll figure out what that could be, but we're going to bring him back and on a pretty big contract. So that's awesome. That's a really good start to our free agency. Better start than I honestly thought we were going to have. What we need to do right now is figure out who the rest of our backups are, along if we want to make an upgrade maybe at the starting power forward spot. And if we do, of course, I'll show you guys that trade, and I'll see you guys with whatever move is next. I honestly believe that Wendell Carter Jr. would complement this team well. He'd be in a front court next to Bam Adebayo, and we're going to offer up Jae'Sean Tate and Thomas Bryant for him. I know I just resigned Thomas Bryant. Again, I will still say, because it's not... Some people, it gets lost in translation somewhere. This is not supposed to be a realistic rebuild. I do have some first-round picks, and I traded for a lot of firsts, and I'm hoping that we can maybe use those firsts in order to go out and maybe... just maybe acquire a really good player in Wendell Carter Jr. So I'll give you 4 because this team won a championship, and I'm going all in at this point. It only takes 3. Wendell Carter Jr. is officially here. He's going to be my new starting power forward, and now I got to figure out some backups. We're going to be bringing in Seth Curry as a backup shooting guard. He's also going to be a really good shooter off the bench for us, which is really going to be key when we try to go ahead and put this team forward. So we are definitely in the mood and definitely in need for some backups. Montrezl Harrell would be a great guy to have here. And then at this point in time, it's going to be guys like Frank Kaminsky, who I don't really want in this rotation, but I kind of have to have in this rotation. Then honestly, I'll bring back Kendrick Nunn. It's not exactly ideal, but it's probably what has to happen right here. So I'm going to move Kendrick Nunn to the backup point guard spot. Other than that, we are basically all set, and I will see you guys at the start of year 2 here in Los Angeles. Sorry, one final trade before we do start year 2. We're going to be sending Max Christie over to the Phoenix Suns, and they want to give me 2 first-round picks for whatever reason. I don't really need Max Christie, and I will definitely take 2 first-round draft picks. Now I will see you guys at the rotation. We are fresh off a championship, but a championship that I don't think a lot of people thought we were going to win, myself included. I'm also going to sit here and say that we got better. I don't think that's necessarily a bold claim because our starting 5 definitely got better. I'm really excited to see what this team can kind of do here in year 2. So here's how it's going to look. It's Jalen Brunson, Gary Trent Jr., Jimmy Butler, Wendell Carter Jr., new addition, and Bam Adebayo at the starting center spot. It's an awesome team. Awesome starting 5. Didn't even think it would be this good going into year 2, but there's a lot of things I didn't think. I didn't think that year 1 was happening with 63 wins, a coach of the year, and a championship, but it did. And here we're hopefully going to run it back. It's Seth Curry, Montrezl Harrell, Alistair Thompson, Frank Kaminsky, and Kendrick Nunn rounding out the bench unit. It's not the best bench in the world, but you know what? It worked last year, and the starting 5 got better. I will see you guys at the end of year 2 here in LA. We went 60-22, so it's not a bad record whatsoever. It is a little bit worse than last year, but you know what? 63 wins is a very hard pace to keep up with. Luka, it's not a triple-double. I don't really know if he does deserve this MVP award, but yeah, who would want to see somebody new in there anyways? Scoot Henderson, Rookie of the Year. He actually went number 1 overall to the Orlando Magic. They passed on Victor Wembanyama, who, yeah, generational. De'Aaron Fox, what the hell, found his way to Golden State and is now a 6th man of the year. He's had a hell of a start to the season as well. Giannis wins DPOY, Darius Garland, Most Improved, JB Bickerstaff, Coach of the Year. I guess we did not have the best record in the league. I am mistaken. The Cleveland Cavaliers are taking the 1 seed over there in the East. They are not a fun team to face here in the Eastern Conference if I ever get to the finals. Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Gary Trent Jr. So it looks like the scoring definitely evened out a little bit when you add a guy like Gary Trent Jr., Wendell Carter Jr., 2 guys who can definitely put up some points. But honestly, I don't really care how it gets done as long as it gets done. We have the Sacramento Kings, Davion Mitchell, Klay Thompson. Okay, so they traded Klay Thompson for De'Aaron Fox. I'm not really sure what the Kings are thinking, but then again, and Draymond. Interesting. This team doesn't really scare me a lot. To be honest with you, we win in 5. It's a gentleman's sweep as we do lose the first game. Memphis Grizzlies, we beat them in the Western Conference Finals last year. They're still a young team, and they're only getting better, and this team does scare the absolute hell out of me. So if we lost, I wouldn't be too shocked if we do lose in 5. Honestly, that Memphis Grizzlies team, in my opinion anyways, is better than, holy shit. We need to relax a little bit. Darius Garland's an unbelievable talent, but that's ridiculous. The Memphis Grizzlies are a team that scares the shit out of me. Darius Garland, holy hell. All right, well, we are 1 out of 2 in the championship department, and I think this team can still get better. We still have the draft picks, we have some ammunition, and we're going to go out and hopefully make it happen. Let's look at the draft lottery, where we definitely don't have any draft picks, but honestly, it's kind of fine by me. The Warriors end up with the number 1 overall pick, so I'm not really sure how that happened. I have no idea. Darvin Ham, is he the best head coach in the world? No. He's won a championship in back-to-back 60-plus win seasons. It's kind of tough to move on from him. So no draft picks this year. It's honestly fine by me. We weren't really going to need them anyways. We have no team player options. I believe Jimmy Butler is a free agent. I believe, if my math is correct. My math is not correct. That's... wow, okay. I thought Jimmy was a free agent. I guess he is not. If we make any trades, it might be to bolster the bench. I don't really necessarily see any huge trades going down, but maybe we'll find one. I have no idea, but let's see what we can find. I didn't plan on making a trade this big, and then it kind of fell into my lap. So I'm not going to pass on Jordan Poole, who is a whole lot better than Gary Trent Jr., and Jordan Poole officially welcomed to the Los Angeles Lakers. So, yeah, this team has definitely gotten a whole lot better. I'm thinking I maybe move Hauser Thompson down to the shooting guard spot. I could do that and then make... Actually, that's a horrible three-point shot. But you know what? It's fine. It's 2K at the end of the day. So we're actually going to go with a 9-man rotation, where typically I do have a little bit more success. Jimmy Butler just won't have a backup, but I know that's a little bit risky to kind of do when we do have an aging star like Jimmy Butler. But you know what? There's no fun if I don't go out and you know, risk something a little bit. So let me actually sign like Tyus Jones. I think it'd be a good spark plug off the bench for me. We're going to bring him in. Frank Kaminsky can go, and then we'll find a new backup power forward. So Tyus Jones, welcome to the team. Probably going to be our new 6th man. And then at the power forward spot, oh boy. Maybe I sign somebody. Let me sign Joe Harris, and then I'm going to trade Joe Harris along with some draft picks in hopes of finding somebody who's just a little bit better, maybe, at the backup power forward spot. So Joe Harris, and, you know, I still have all these draft picks, but I'll go ahead and actually just, I'll just trade them. We'll see if we can find some sort of offer that's good enough, I guess. Obviously, we don't really have a ton of money, so beggars can't be choosers in a situation like this. But, boy. Trent Wofford is 6'8". How are his shooting stats? Yeah, it's not terrible. I don't know. I just don't know if this is like, you know what, why not? It's 2K. I can make anything work. Trent Wofford, welcome to the team. I will see you guys at the start of the 3rd and final year. It's year 3. It's the final season. And again, we made another upgrade for this team to get better overall wise. We added Jordan Poole, who is young, slowly becoming a star in and of himself. So I like this team a lot. It's Jalen Brunson, Jordan Poole, Jimmy Butler, Wendell Carter Jr., and Bam Adebayo. A whole lot of a better starting 5 than I honestly planned on having. I didn't think we were going to get this much talent, but you know what, we did, and I want another championship. Bench unit got a little bit better. Tyus Jones, Hauser Thompson, Trenton Wofford, Montrezl Harrell. It's a 9-man rotation, as I mentioned. I've typically had a little bit more success with it. Let's see if I can have that same success here in Los Angeles. I'll see you guys at the end of year 3. We go 62-20, so we're basically on par with how we've done every single other season, and honestly, I'm hoping for another championship. We won one in year 1, and I want another. Darius Garland, MVP. Justin Edwards, Rookie of the Year. Chet Holmgren, 6th man. Robert Williams, Defensive Player of the Year. Well-deserved. I'm obviously a big Celtics fan, and I love Robert Williams. He's one of the more underrated players in the league. Sadiq Bey, Most Improved. JB Baker. Holy shit. The Cleveland Cavaliers are going to be a problem, aren't they? And the Pelicans 167. Holy shit. All right, well, we're going to war, and let's prepare for it because this is not going to be an easy task. Jordan Poole, Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, Jalen Brunson, Wendell Carter Jr. That's the starting 5. Feel free to take a look at the bench as well. Rebounds was Bam, and assists was Jalen Brunson. So we got the first-round matchup here as a 2 seed. We're taking on the Portland Trailblazers. Am I honest? I'm not. Wait, where? What? Huh? What? No. There's not a world out here where you can convince me. I don't give a shit what the circumstances are that Jose Alvarado is starting over Damian Lillard. There's just absolutely no way. Well, if you want to put Dame on the bench, you're going to rep the consequences, and that would be getting your asses swept out of your own building. Moving on to the Minnesota Timberwolves. D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards, Kelly Oubre Jr. I mean, this is a team that terrifies me. I mean, between these two in a front court together and then Anthony Edwards becoming an absolute superstar, they scare the living shit out of me. So let's see if we can get by them here in round 2. We are 2-2 with them right now. We go down 3-2. We're going to game 7, and we fucking lose. God damn it. Honestly, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that we would have beat the Cavs anyways. They won 69 games, which is just absolutely insane. They are a team not to mess with, and not a team I want to mess with. Nonetheless, we did get the Lakers a championship, so we technically did accomplish our goal no matter which way you look at it. And yes, I know that the answer to the Lakers' problems is not trading LeBron James and trading Anthony Davis. It's probably trading Russell Westbrook, but he's almost getting over hate on at this point. He's come off the bench. He had a really good night last night when I was watching some of the highlights. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I watched the game because I was watching football. But you know what? I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the Lakers don't have a ton of other problems as well. Their bench absolutely blows, and that's just one of many. There's so many players on the Lakers team that could be fits anywhere else. They just don't fit together. It's like two trains running head on, and one of them has to go in a different direction. It just doesn't happen. I mean, the Lakers are just... they are just, I don't even know. There's no words for them. But they did win a game, so I give them that. It took them until basically November, but congratulations. You won a basketball game. All right, that wraps this one up. Of course, this is a complete hypothetical. I'm not saying the Lakers should do this, but if you guys did still enjoy, leave a like down below. That'd be absolutely awesome. Of course, if you guys are new around here, can subscribe to the channel. That'd be great as well. Let me know any other videos you want to see, whether they're normal rebuilds. We have about 5 or 6 of those left, along with some challenges, which I'm super excited to get into as well. That wraps this one up. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.